Hello and welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. So today we're going to work on opening up the shoulders and the chest. If you have a block, grab it, or a full tissue box can work nicely. If you don't have it, don't worry. We can still work with this. So coming all the way down to your back, come into an all over body stretch. Lengthening from the belly to the fingers and the belly out through the ball of the foot. And keeping your right thigh heavy on the floor now, hug your left leg into the chest. Gentle little opening and releasing the front of the thigh. And a release for the lower back as well. Now from here, you're going to slowly take that left leg, cross it over your body and roll all the way onto the outer right hip. Now, the left knee might not touch the floor, that's okay, because what's more important is keeping your left shoulder rooted for today, because it's a shoulder opening class. So to get that left shoulder closer to the floor, the shoulder blade, you're going to take your right arm and it's in a bent position. Press that right elbow down, you lift your back a little bit so you can broaden the right shoulder blade. And you twist your right ribs to the left, and that left shoulder should get a little heavier. And you can extend your right arm out like a T to match the left. Looking to the skies, the least amount of twist, or medium really, looking towards the right fingers a little bit less. Or maximum twist, you look to the left. And just one more breath. And on the inhale, come back to center. And we switch sides. Left leg stretches straight, and we bring the right leg in. Good. Keep that left thigh heavy. Just taking that moment to release the lower back, to open the thighs. And the reason we're doing this, opening up the thighs and the hips, makes it easier to release the shoulders and do these nice heart openers. Now next breath, take that right leg and cross it over the body, rolling towards the outer left hip. Now you might notice when I roll, my right shoulder wants to come away from the floor. So what I do, left arm bent, press that left elbow into the floor, lift the chest a little, and broaden the left shoulder blade. Twist from the left ribs, and you'll be able to get that right shoulder closer to the floor. If it doesn't come closer, lift the right knee higher to the sky. It's a little trick. Extend both arms into a T. You can gaze over those right fingertips for a bigger stretch and twist. Gaze towards the sky for that medium experience, so to speak. Really, it's neutral when you look at the sky. Or you can look towards the right fingers. Left fingers, that would be in this case. Good. Inhale back to center and release. Wonderful. Now, we're going to take into account the block. If you don't have a block, you can use tissue box, you can use shoe or a water bottle that's not filled. The knees and toes point to the sky, just as if you were standing in a mountain. Your hands squeeze the block and you reach your arms towards the sky, and notice my shoulder blades, they lift away from the mat. Then draw the arms into socket. Shoulder blades meet mat. Arms reach up towards ceiling. They're essentially out of socket. And then draw arms into socket. One more time, reach the block to the sky, arms out of socket. And then as the hands squeeze the block, draw the arms into socket. Now keep the thigh bones rooted, the sides of the waistline moving to the floor, and slowly, slowly reach your arms overhead. Now you may get stuck. Your shoulders may not want to go any farther. That's okay. Stay where you are. If your rib cage pops up, watch that. You want to keep your thigh bones rooted and at the same time move the sides of the waistline towards the floor. You're toning your belly. Opening up the underside of the arm. Good. Opening the shoulders. Inhale, block back up over chest. One more time, try to reach the block to the sky. Then draw arms into socket. Slowly as the hands squeeze the block, reach the block overhead, sides of the waistline moving to the floor. Hands squeezing the block. Deep breath. You're doing great. And then slowly bring the block up, and we'll bend the legs. Now if the leg is bent, place the block between the thighs. You're going to bring your arms to a cactus position here. Now, as the back of the head and the backs of the hands press into the floor, lift your feet. Now, if you're using a tissue box, just make sure it's full. And if you're not using a tissue or a block here, tissue box, that's okay. Your toes spread, your thighs squeeze towards each other, and lower your knees halfway to the right. So even though you might be able to go that full distance to the floor, only go halfway because it's more work. You're pressing your right arm into the floor to keep your left shoulder blade on the floor. This is a great one to strengthen the rotator cuff muscles. I hope you're shaking like me, or I hope you're not. All right, exhale, root the left ribs to come back to center, and we switch. Thighs squeeze block, lower knees halfway to the left. Now if I go too far, my right shoulder lifts up away from the floor. So we only go part way. You do your best to keep your right shoulder blade in contact with the floor. And then exhale, right ribs root to come up. You can do the same thing, or for more intensity, stretch your left leg straight. Your toes are spreading. Your thighs squeeze towards each other, and you lower your legs halfway to the right, keeping your left shoulder blade on the floor the whole time. Now you can be looking up towards the ceiling as you do this. Exhale, root the left ribs to come up, and we switch. Left leg bends, right leg straightens. Thighs squeeze block and lower the legs halfway to the left. Trying your best to keep that right shoulder rooted. It wants to fly up. Exhale, come back to center, and then slowly release. Good. Now from here, arms alongside the body. On the inhale, shrug the shoulders towards the ears. Bend the arms at the elbows so fingertips point to the sky, palms face each other. As you press down through the mound of the big toe and the inner heel, thighs squeeze block. Press elbows down to engage the upper back. Press elbows down, lift the hips. As you lift your hips, wiggle your shoulders underneath you one at a time. Now you can stay with the arms bent or extend your arms straight and see if your fingers can find each other and interlace beneath you. Pressing your forearms into the floor. If your fingers can't find each other, you can hold the outer edges of your mat, or you can keep the arms bent. One more breath, forearms pressing into the floor, you're looking at the sky. And then exhale, release the fingers, unwind your shoulders, root through the inner edge of the foot, and lower hips. Great work. You're going to take your block away if you were using it, and just stretch your legs straight for a moment. Lengthening from belly to fingers and belly up through the ball of the foot. Good. Then bending your legs. You're going to take your left leg to the sky. Turn the left leg out, an external rotation, and then left ankle over right thigh. Draw the legs as a unit in towards the chest, holding on behind the back of the thigh. Good. Your right thigh is pressing into your hands even as you draw your legs into the chest. And if you're not feeling a lot of outer right or outer left hip talking, lean a little to your right. And as you lean towards that outer right hip, you'll feel your left sing. Good. Come back to center, release right foot and left. Stretch left leg to the sky, externally rotate it a little bit. Ankle over thigh. Draw the legs into the chest. Now as the toes spread, left leg pressing into hands, draw the legs in. Now if you can't reach the back of your thigh, you can always use a belt or a tie. Place it behind your thigh and then draw the legs in. Lean a little towards that outer left hip in case you wanted more spice, a little saucier experience. Inhale back to center. release the legs, stretching them forward, arms overhead. All of our body stretch. And then hug the knees into the chest. Good. Slowly roll to the right. And in your time, press up towards seated. And that's our practice for today. Thank you so much for joining me. Namaste.